Right now, Inauguration Day for America. What you can expect from day one of the Biden administration and what security precautions are up to make sure today is safe.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Stanford, joined by Leah Linshai, Josh Sprider, and Taylor Lazenby, bringing you team coverage of this Inauguration Day.
Today will look different from any other inauguration in history. President-elect Joe Biden will deliver a speech from the traditional spot at the Capitol, but with no crowds. Then he'll travel to Arlington National Cemetery to visit the tomb of the unknown soldier with 3 former presidents before returning for a scaled-down parade. Presidential historian Doris Kearns-Goodwin says even without the customary crowds and galas, this inauguration, like others, will mark a dramatic change in direction. And Biden should draw upon the examples set by predecessors like FDR, JFK, and President Obama.
All of those great inaugural addresses were not just the leaders saying, this is what I'm going to do. They're asking the country to respond. And I think it's that linkage that he has to make, because that's what an inauguration is. It's a new leader taking office, but it's a citizenry that's looking perhaps for a new beginning.
When President-elect Biden takes the oath today, he'll be the oldest person to serve as president of the United States. Biden served as a senator representing Delaware for 36 years before becoming Barack Obama's vice president in 2009. He previously ran for president in 1988 and 2008.
And some big firsts when Kamala Harris is sworn in as vice president. The VP-elect will be the first woman, South Asian, and black person to hold the office. While serving as vice president, she will hold the highest office ever held by a woman in our nation's history. She's leaving her first term as a senator for California 2 years early to serve as VP.
Well, during the inauguration celebration tonight, a Madison area 8-year-old will take center stage. She caught the attention of the Biden team with her virtual lemonade stand, which has raised more than $50,000. Morgan Marsh McGlone will have 30 seconds tonight to share her story. Her mom said she got this email from an inauguration team member saying, "We're looking for stories from across the country to feature alongside other programming that show how we've come together through trying times and that inspire us and give us strength." Morgan started with a goal to raise $90, just $90 for Little John's Pay What You Can restaurant. Now she has an opportunity, a huge one, to bring attention to an issue she cares about.
I hope people want to donate because food insecurity is a major problem, and I think it should really help.
Morgan's virtual lemonade stand is still up. You can donate. Just go to channel3000.com. After she's finished tonight, she'll toss it back to Tom Hanks.
Developing right now at 6:02, security a top priority in Washington, D.C. 2 weeks after the attack on the Capitol building, concerns are still high that another attempt to stop Biden's presidency is possible. Former Madison Police Chief Noble Ray attended President Obama's inauguration, which also shared some security concerns. He says the most important thing that can be done today is making sure there are enough boots on the ground.
Number one, do you have enough visible people out there so that if someone wants to do something, they can see that the presence is overwhelming and they won't do it? That's number one. Number two, do you have the available strength in terms of law enforcement responses? Are they available? Are they there?
Currently, there are around 25,000 National Guard troops in D.C. focused on keeping the area safe during the transition of power. Unscalable fences have gone up all around the nation's capital, and several streets have been shut down. 12 Army National Guard members have been removed from inauguration duty. Defense officials say it was part of the security vetting process to ensure none of the troops have ties to extremist groups. Officials did not give an exact reason why each member was removed, only saying they were identified for questionable behavior. Acting Secretary of Defense Christopher Miller says there is no intelligence indicating an insider threat to President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration.
Back here in Madison, law enforcement is planning an increased presence ahead of Inauguration Day. The Madison Police Department will have extra staff on hand out of an abundance of caution. Interim Chief Vic Wall says they'll likely be out of sight unless they're needed. He says they're monitoring the situation, but there's no specific threat directed at Madison for today.
At this point, we really don't have anything on the radar screen of any type, and we're just trying to make sure we're in a good position to maintain a safe environment for everybody.
Capitol Police requested the National Guard's assistance on Sunday, but a spokesperson says they haven't been asked to help out for today.
Within hours of taking office today, soon-to-be President Joe Biden plans to sign roughly 12 executive orders.
The list keeps several promises Biden made on the campaign trail. Our Taylor Lazenby joins us live with how this will apply in our state. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, guys. That's right. Actions the president-elect plans to tackle in his first few days fall under categories. Those are addressing the coronavirus pandemic, addressing our climate change, racial equality, and our economic recession. Now, President-elect Joe Biden, nominee for Treasury Secretary, is Janet Yellen. She says that one of the first actions that will be a two birds with one type of stone situation is tackling the pandemic and the economy. She says the incoming administration will immediately focus on passing a new coronavirus relief package. Yellen says low interest rates means it's time to act big, and an action will slow the recovery. Joe Biden also plans to rejoin the World Health Organization, halt federal executions, and rescind the ban on transgender individuals serving in our military. The new administration will also take action to protect dreamers and improve workforce diversity and equality across the federal government. And coming up in the next 30 minutes, we're going to break down more of these executive orders and just what it means for people right here in Wisconsin.
All right, Taylor Lazenby, thanks. With no plans to attend the inauguration, President Trump will get a farewell send-off at Joint Base Andrews this morning. A senior administration official tells CBS News neither the president's first campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, nor the vice president will attend. Trump will be moving to his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. The last U.S. president who refused to attend his successor's inauguration was Andrew Johnson 152 years ago. President Trump and Johnson also share something else in common. They are two of just 3 U.S. presidents to be impeached.
We will, of course, continue to cover the inauguration all morning and all day here on News 3 Now. Starting at 8, we're going to have live coverage from CBS in Washington. The inauguration ceremony starts right around 11 our time. Be sure to stick with us here on air and online for the very latest.
All right, it's 6:06. Let's check in with Hattie McLean with a look at your first warn forecast. Hey, Hattie.
Hey, good morning, Chris. We have a pretty quiet day, relatively speaking. No snow in the forecast today like yesterday, but strong winds are going to be the main weather story. Take a look at 3 things that you need to know going forward. Those southwesterly winds are going to bring warmer temperatures into the area today, but they will also bring a wind chill, so it's still likely going to feel pretty chilly. We have cold temperatures on the way as Arctic air returns on Friday, and then another potential snowstorm headed our way for late Saturday into Sunday. So a lot going on in the weather forecast over the next couple of days. Let's take a closer peek on that weekend storm. If you do have travel plans this weekend, later in the day on Saturday, I think it's definitely going to be snowing across the entire state. So keep that in mind if you're going to be on the roads. That snow will continue Saturday night into Sunday morning. As we go through the day on Sunday, things are going to wind down, especially for the northern part of the state, but that snow may hang on a little bit longer here in southern Wisconsin. All that snow should exit the area by late Sunday or early Monday. We're still looking at some potential accumulations from this storm system. Again, too early to put exact amounts on the storm, but we could see a general 2 to 4 inch snow total across much of the state, maybe slightly higher amounts to the west. Here's a look at where we stand this morning. Temperatures are in the single digits across most of Wisconsin. In fact, Rhinelanders starting out below 0 this morning. A closer look at southern Wisconsin will show you that we have some areas starting out pretty close to 0, if not 0 in Watertown, 1 in Juneau this morning. Janesville now down into the single digits as well. Winds are going to increase today to around 20 miles an hour this afternoon. Even though we have sunshine and warmer temperatures, it's still likely going to feel pretty chilly. Our future track forecast model shows you clouds rolling in for the afternoon with high temperatures reaching the 30s late this evening. Our extended forecast calls for another day in the 30s on Thursday, but it will be quite chilly on Friday.
All right, Hattie, thank you. Breaking overnight, President Trump is using his last hours in the White House to grant clemency to a wide range of offenders, including some members of his inner circle. Just after midnight, the White House announced the president was issuing 73 pardons and commuted the sentences of 70 other federal offenders. The most prominent name on the list is former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon. Bannon is accused of defrauding donors in an effort to build a private wall along the Mexican border. His trial was due to begin in May. 2 rappers also making the cut. Lil Wayne was pardoned and Kodak Black had his sentence commuted.
On the list is the president himself. Despite once claiming the absolute right to pardon himself, the president apparently decided against it. During a meeting with a legal advisor over the weekend, Trump was warned against pardoning himself and his family because it could appear they're guilty of a crime. The president also advised against pardons for the lawmakers accused in playing a role in the Capitol riots. Though these are thought to be his final pardons, more could still come. President Trump does have the authority to issue pardons up until his term ends at noon Eastern Time.
Breaking news this morning. Within the last hour, we've learned a 44-year-old man has died in a crash on I-94. It happened just before 1:30 this morning at mile marker 251 near Marshall. First responders found one car in a ditch. Investigators determined it had left the road and hit a tree. The man was the only one in the car. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. That man's name hasn't been released yet. 6:10 right now, and a look at our first warn traffics this morning. Keep in mind there could be some slick spots out there after that snowfall yesterday. Most of the main roads are clear, but those neighborhood and side streets could be a little icy this morning. So just give yourself a couple of extra minutes and take it slow out there. Across southern Wisconsin, we don't have anything major on the map. There is a crash near Milwaukee on I-94, not causing too many delays this morning. We are seeing a few brake lights popping up on East Washington Avenue approaching the downtown area. All the major drive times and speeds around the metro, though, moving around those posted speeds. That's your first warn traffic.
Coming up, the vaccine will soon be available to more people. If you qualify, the one thing health officials don't want you to do.
And later, how the Wisconsin pharmacist accused of ruining batches of the vaccine is pleading in court this morning. We'll be right back.
$6 million worth of top brand home furnishings must be sold at Ashley Home Store. All furniture is up to 50% off store-wide. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. And interest-free financing for up to 3 years. Stretch your stimulus check further at Ashley Home Store.
My wife had a tough week at work and she needed a break. I stopped by Quick Trip and they say, I want to surprise my wife with a special dinner. And the Quick Trip lady was like, our take-home meals are freshly made and absolutely delicious. I recommend the fettuccine Alfredo with chicken. And I'm like, sign me up. Upon arriving home, my wife says, wow, what's the occasion? And I'm like, just you. And she's like, looks like someone's getting dessert. Bless you, Quick Trip.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
I want a client who comes in to feel comfortable and to know that their case is in good hands so they can relax and get on with their life as best as they can and let me do the fighting for them. That's how I want them to feel.
Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
The
$6 million stimulus sell-off is now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save huge on top brand appliances, including top brand doorbusters like these. Plus special no-interest financing for 18 months and quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Welcome back. The U.S. has now surpassed 400,000 coronavirus-related deaths since the pandemic began. According to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University, there have also been more than 24 million cases countrywide. 2.5 million of those confirmed cases are in kids. Last week alone, more than 200,000 new cases in children were reported. Another startling statistic for you, child COVID cases have increased 18% in just the last 2 weeks. Still, kids are considered less likely than adults to develop severe symptoms of the virus or to die from it.
In Wisconsin, 43 more deaths have been reported, bringing the statewide death toll now above 5,600. 1,500 new cases were reported in the last day, as well as 114 new hospitalizations. Nearly 250,000 vaccines have been distributed now in Wisconsin. Around 100,000 more are currently being shipped as we start the second phase of vaccinations. In total so far, nearly 800,000 have been allocated for the state's use. The State Department of Health Services says starting January 25th, that's next Monday, anyone 65 and older can move ahead with getting their COVID-19 vaccine. All three major healthcare providers in the Madison area are doing things a little bit differently to get those shots out to the public. So first up, UW Health. In the coming weeks, they'll contact patients who qualify. In the meantime, UW Health says interested people can also log on to uwhealth.org/vaccine for information related to vaccination process and to let them know if you're interested. They say filling out that interest form does not guarantee an appointment, but they may contact people on that list for same-day appointments if they become available.
SSM Health says it too will be proactively contacting people who are eligible. They're asking people to be patient though and to refrain from calling your healthcare provider or your clinic for vaccine information. Due to the large number of people who are now eligible, SSM Health says scheduling will have to be done in phases. We have a closer look at the specifics of those phases. That's up right now on channel3000.com. And Unity Point Health Meritor doing something really similar. It too will be reaching out to eligible patients, and they're also asking people not to call their clinic to make an appointment until they're notified. DHS says there are around 700,000 people in Wisconsin who are 65 and older, so this is going to take some time.
Public Health Madison Dane County says if you do not have a local health care provider or you're not affiliated with SSM Health, UW Health, or Meritor, they'll be able to vaccinate those people who qualify or match them with a vaccinator in Dane County. A sign-up page for people in that group will be available later in the week.
The pharmacist accused of tampering with more than 500 doses of the vaccine is pleading not guilty this morning. Stephen Brandenburg is accused of trying to spoil the doses back in December because he didn't believe they were safe. Authorities say Brandenburg took the vials out of a freezer and left them out for more than 12 hours in hopes of making them ineffective. According to a criminal complaint, he admitted to removing the vaccines on 2 separate occasions. His pharmacy license has been suspended until the case is resolved. If he's convicted, he faces up to $10,000 in fines and 10 months in jail. Brandenburg is also facing a possible felony charge. Okay, let's switch gears now. 6:17's checking with Hattie McLean on our Wednesday First Warn weather. Hey, Hads.
Good morning, Leah. We're off to a pretty quiet start this morning. You may have to clean up the driveway, though, after that snow yesterday. A very light and fluffy snow across southern Wisconsin. Just enough to make those roads a little slick, though. Take a look at our almanac for the day. We're starting to be able to see just a little bit of light on that sky camera shot behind the almanac. 33 is our forecast high for today. Normal high is 26. We're actually a little bit warmer than normal. Warm, though, is kind of a relative term today. There will be a wind chill factor. Our weather track shows you clear skies overnight. Now a little high-level cloudiness drifting into the area. That'll just filter the sunshine through the morning. Our wind chills today are going to be below 0 at times. Temperatures are pretty close to 0 in many spots this morning. We're all starting out in the single digits. Wind chills may dip into the single digits below 0 yet this morning as winds start to increase. And those winds will continue to increase through the day, keeping wind chills in the teens later on this afternoon. So your bus stop weather forecast, 2 words, wind chill. That is the forecast today. Keep that in mind as you head out the door this morning. Temperatures should be back in the mid-20s, though, as you head home from school.
Thanks, Addie. Wisconsin officials rolling out the COVID-19 vaccine are looking to use all resources available. One of those resources could be dentists. Michigan and Illinois have already authorized dentists to administer various vaccines.
They're on the front lines. They're obviously very highly trained healthcare professionals. Other states are removing barriers to, kind of issue a call to arms, to increase vaccination efforts.
As for administering a vaccine at a dental office, that might not be feasible because of storage concerns. Dentists would likely have to go to clinics to help out.
Another U.S. retailer is offering its workers an incentive to get COVID-19 vaccines. Grocery store chain Aldi says it will provide its hourly workers up to 4 hours of paid time off to receive the vaccine. According to Aldi, workers can get 2 hours of pay for each dose they receive. Dollar General, Trader Joe's, and Instacart have all made similar moves.
Still ahead for us on this Wednesday morning, a special holiday for us here in Wisconsin. We're not talking about the inauguration, what you need to add to all of your meals today to celebrate.
And coming up in our next half hour, we're answering your questions about safety here at the state capitol and whether people are allowed to carry guns on the grounds. That's still ahead. Stay with us.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get over $3,700 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Dear all-wheel drive, I'm your new co-pilot, Camry. Let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Steady, Camry all-wheel drive.
Right now, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving. So you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome back at 6:23 on a Wednesday morning. Justin Johnson sharing an incredible shot here. Just a stunner of a My Morning picture. Justin, thank you for sharing this with us. I love it. If you've got a photo you'd like to share of your morning, just use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We like to share them around this time every morning. Well, guys, it is a special day for Americans, especially Wisconsinites. Grab the fondue set and order a cheese pizza with a side of mac and cheese. Why? Well, because January 20th is National Cheese Lovers Day. Cheese has a special place in Americans' hearts and diets, especially for us here in Wisconsin. This is just one of 18 other cheese-specific days honoring cheese in some form or fashion. There is National String Cheese Day in September, National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day in April, and National Cheesecake Day in July. I can't even come up with what my favorite cheesy thing is, guys. I feel like I like cheese so much that no matter what it is, I'm going to eat it. Leah, I have a feeling you're the same way.
Yeah, Josh, there are way too many options. I don't want to take up the next 2 hours naming all the things I like to throw cheese on, but I will say I do have a favorite brand, and that is Hook's Cheese out of Mineral Point because it's local. You guys, I had their 15-year aged cheddar one day, and I swear that was the best day of my life. It was amazing.
Well, you didn't share any?
No, and Chris, I don't even know that you like cheese, do you? I hate to accuse you of blasphemy on live television, but are you a cheese fan?
I love cheese.
Cool, okay.
It tastes amazing. Believe me, the best cheese is our fresh cheese curds, like right after they're done. Ooh. Right after they're made. I've never tasted better cheese.
So here's a question for you, Chris. Do you pop them in the microwave to warm them up?
My wife does that. No, no. That means you've got old cheese curds.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. I don't think you can go wrong with cheese, whatever you're doing to it, Hads. I know as a fellow Wisconsinite, you agree with me.
Oh, I know. I can't even pick a favorite. A good Parmesan, Havarti, sign me up. Let's take a look at our weather details for the day today. Here's a look at our current temperatures. It is 7 right now in Madison, 3 in the Dells, 5 in Mineral Point, 9 in Janesville this morning. So a very chilly start to the day. There is a little bit of a wind chill to factor in. Winds are going to be increasing as we go through the morning. So here's a look at your wind chill forecast for today. Wind chills may dip into the single digits below 0 at times. Our pet walk forecast, Rory and Woody in Cambridge. Looks like they got enough fur. They'll be able to stay warm on the walk today. It'll actually be in the mid-20s, but that wind chill will make it feel even colder. So their human friends will have to bundle up for that walk. Here's a look at the extended forecast. Speaking of cold temperatures, it gets really cold around here Friday and Saturday with high temperatures only in the teens. More snow on the way for the weekend. News 3 Now This Morning will be right back after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You know, if he keeps talking to you like that, you should just dump him.
To count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Today, you can turn your home into a university, and you can turn a lasting career into reality. With Herzing University, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields, anytime, online. Herzing is recognized, accredited, experienced, and transfer-friendly, with more than 90% student satisfaction. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into with Herzing University.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Big trucks can cause big damage. Injuries can be severe and may require a lifetime of care and compensation. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We can help you from the safety and comfort of your own home. Our virtual sign-up process is quick and easy. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It made me feel really comfortable returning to the Princeton Club when I saw they had made every possible effort to make sure that people were comfortable. Being able to come here to work out is extremely important to me. It just makes me feel overall better. Mental health, physical health, emotional health, have that sort of social connection with people that a lot of people are missing nowadays. I'm grateful the Princeton Club put all these protocols in place to make sure that I and everybody else is able to come in.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command.
Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob. So you're ready to take on the elements with confidence. Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
Hey, Tom.
Sheila. Hey, don't take losing the Anderson business personally.
I resigned it, Tom. I guess they didn't tell you about their opossum problem.
I thought it was pronounced possum.
We did what we came here to do, and so much more.
For the last time, Donald Trump is waking up as President of the United States. We're tracking his last-minute moves from the White House overnight.
Plus, preparing for protests, how local law enforcement plan to keep you and your city safe today, and the security you can expect if you're headed downtown.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. It is Inauguration Day, and President Trump will soon wake up in the White House. I believe he is up already. It'll be the last time he does. Law enforcement agencies are also taking some extraordinary measures to make sure the day's events go smoothly and safely, both in D.C. and at capitals across the country.
That includes Madison, where police are busy preparing even though there's no specific threat to the Capitol here. A live look at the building this morning. You'll notice some extra security precautions around town, though, this morning, like blocked roads leading up to the Capitol, no parking around the square, and extra officers patrolling the building. Interim Chief Vic Wall says they're monitoring any information or intelligence updates, but as of this morning, there's nothing on the radar. The National Guard tells News 3 Now they have not been asked by Capitol Police to help them today, though they were requested on Sunday when the FBI had warned of those threats.
Now, with this stepped-up security, on top of a pandemic, no less, this year's inauguration will look and feel different than in years past. We wanted to get some perspective on that difference, so joining us this morning is former Capitol Police Chief and current Director of Dane County Emergency Management. That's Charles Tubbs. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Doing all right. Thank you so much for visiting with us this early in the morning. I wanted to ask you, we're seeing stepped-up security both at the national Capitol and here at the state Capitol. Is that normal to need more security at state capitals right here in Madison during Inauguration Day?
Yes, it's the right thing to do is to increase the security measures, make sure the elected officials and all citizens are safe. We're living in a time right now where it's very difficult. There's so much hate and distrust and anger in the world at this particular time. We have to be prepared to provide the security and safety that we need around the Capitol and all citizens.
You have quite the resume, sir. You were Capitol Police Chief during the Act 10 protests with tens of thousands of people surrounding the square and inside the building. How does security back in 2011 compare to the potential security threats we see now in 2021?
Of course, it's different now because of what happened on January 6th, that tragic day in Washington, D.C. But on our time back in 2010, 2011, I want to say we had cooperation with the people. We reached out to everyone who was coming to the Capitol, the groups that we knew of, and we spoke about rules of engagement, how we're going to conduct ourselves, and how respectful we're going to be on this particular day and honor the inauguration. It was very important to us to reach out and work cooperatively with all citizens and let them know that they're welcome to the Capitol and welcome to come and exercise their constitutional rights.
Now, what do you think is the biggest security concern for police at our state Capitol today here in Madison?
The biggest concern is monitoring exactly what's going on inside and outside the building, monitoring the groups that have been identified, paying strict attention what's going on in Washington, D.C., reaching out to our fellow Capitol law enforcement agencies and emergency responders around the country, and planning heavily on not only looking at the out-of-control protesters, the lone wolves, but expecting the unexpected and being prepared to respond.
All right, Charles Tubbs, thank you, sir, for taking the time this morning, and thank you for your years of service. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Have a good one.
6:33 now. As police prepare to protect, a lot of you have been asking us whether guns are allowed on Capitol grounds. You can generally carry a gun out in the open in Wisconsin as long as it's not an illegal gun and you're not a convicted felon. Madison police say officers will intervene, though, if they see someone pointing their weapon at someone or threatening to use it. Interim Police Chief Vic Wall says just because you can carry one to protest doesn't mean you should.
Certainly encourage people that want to come to a protest or engage in expressive activity to leave the guns at home.
Only concealed carry is allowed inside the Capitol.
The National Guard still hasn't said whether the 12 members who have been pulled from the inauguration have any ties to Wisconsin. The FBI removed them yesterday after extra vetting found all have ties with right-wing militia groups or have posted extremist views online. 2 had even made extremist statements about inauguration, though there have been no specific threats to President-elect Biden. Officials didn't specify where those Guard members were from.
Inauguration will also look a lot different than other ones in recent years. President-elect Joe Biden will deliver a speech from the traditional spot at the Capitol, but there won't be any people in the crowd. After the ceremony, he'll travel to Arlington National Cemetery with 3 former presidents, then return for a scaled-down parade. President Trump will be the first president in more than 150 years to skip out on his successor's inauguration. The last president to refuse was Andrew Johnson. Instead, President Trump will have his own farewell send-off at Joint Base Andrews. That's happening in about 30 minutes at 7 o'clock. Reporters at the scene say the lights are on as he prepares to leave for his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. I believe his remarks will come at 7:20 our time. A senior administration official tells CBS News Vice President Mike Pence will not be there with the president at the farewell. Vice President Pence will be with President-elect Biden during the inauguration.
Just hours before President-elect Biden takes office, President Trump is issuing more than 140 pardons and commutations. Breaking overnight, they range from former chief strategist Steve Bannon to rapper Lil Wayne. The president issuing 143 people pardons or commutations. Bannon was accused of defrauding millions of dollars in a fundraising campaign aimed at supporting President Trump's border wall. Lil Wayne pleaded guilty to illegal gun possession back in December.
If you watch President-elect Biden's inauguration today, you might see a familiar face from the Madison area. 7-year-old Morgan Marsh McGlone will be at the big event to talk about her online lemonade stand. You'll remember Morgan as the Madison area girl who's raised more than $53,000 this year, working with Chef Dave Heidi and Little John's Restaurant. It's something she's excited to do today, now that she's learned what an inauguration is.
First, I asked, what is an inauguration? Because I did not know what that was since I'd never heard of it and never been invited to one.
Well, now you do, dear. When Morgan's done talking, she'll get to toss the microphone to actor Tom Hanks. Pretty big event in that woman's life there, Chris.
Oh, what a moment for that 8-year-old. She has earned it, though. She's done an amazing thing for our community, and I'm excited for her to represent Wisconsin tonight.
$50,000 through a lemonade stand. Pretty outstanding, Morgan. Congrats to you. All right, 6:37 now. Hattie, today, not quite the day for lemonade. You're going to want something a little warmer. It's cold out there.
Yeah, maybe switch it up to hot chocolate today. That might be a better option. We're definitely talking wind chill today and colder temperatures. We have some fresh snow on the ground, some nice powdery snow falling yesterday. Here are some of those accumulation totals across the area. It was generally a pretty light snow fall, 2 inches in Lancaster, just shy of 2 inches officially at the airport in Madison. Edgerton picking up 1.8 inches, Watertown about 1.5 inches, and Verona about 1 inch of snow. So again, not a lot. You'll want to clean up the sidewalk though this morning and the driveway. Here's a look at what's happening this morning. All of that snow has come to an end. We're looking at the snow really staying away for the next couple of hours. Let's see if we can get my graphics to change. There we go. Nothing showing up on the radar map this morning, so it will be a dry day today. A decent snow pack though across southern Wisconsin. We've been pretty lucky so far this year getting to keep the snow on the ground for several weeks. We have anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of snow for most of our viewing area. Lighter amounts on those snow totals though for the northeastern part of the state. Here's a look at our current conditions. So nice to have a little clearing overnight, which allows us to see the sky this morning. Our Edgewater sky camera shot of the Capitol looking very nice. It is 7 though here in Madison. That clearing allowed temperatures to will drop pretty quickly overnight. We're all starting in the single digits. Some spots pretty close to 0 this morning. Winds are going to be on an increase today, so we are talking wind chill today. Bundle up. Our wind chills will be close to 0, if not a little bit below this morning. As we go through the day, that sunshine is gradually going to be replaced with more high-level clouds across the region. Temperatures, though, are going to continue to climb. It's a southwesterly wind today, so our temperatures will top in the low 30s later on this evening. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We have one more day in the 30s, and that's on Thursday. After that, it gets pretty chilly. Friday and Saturday, temperatures will only top in the teens, and I am keeping my eye on a storm system for Saturday night into Sunday that will bring some more accumulating snow to southern Wisconsin.
All right. Thanks, Hattie. 6:39, President Biden plans to issue more than a dozen executive orders within hours of becoming president. Our Taylor Lazenby joins us now with what that could mean for you. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, Chris. That's right. President-elect Biden's chief of staff says the orders will help fulfill several campaign promises and to address other problems that have persisted over several administrations. Here are a few that you can expect today. Now, the Biden plans to ask Americans to do their patriotic duty to mask up for his first 100 days in office. He cites CDC data on the efficiency of wearing masks. He also extends eviction and foreclosures until at least the end of March and extends the student loan pause throughout September. And immigration is another big one. Biden plans to send a bill to Congress to modernize the immigration system. That means the undocumented immigrants in our community will have a new roadmap to citizenship. He's also launching a whole of government initiative to advance racial equality and to help root out systemic racism from federal programs and institutions. Also, climate change and the environment are also focuses, along with restoring some transgender rights. And we're going to continue to track these executive orders as they come down. Of course, we're going to do it on air and, of course, online, visiting our website at channel3000.com. Back to you guys in studio.
Taylor, thank you very much. 6:41 now. President-elect Biden won't be the only one getting right to work. VP-elect Kamala Harris will head to the Senate today, where she'll swear in 3 new Democratic senators. One of them is her replacement. Alex Padilla is filling Harris's vacant Senate seat. John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock will also be sworn in. Georgia's Secretary of State certified their runoff wins in that state yesterday. The 3 incoming senators will give Democrats a majority, with Harris as the tie-breaking vote. And CBS News will have live coverage of President-elect Biden and VP-elect Harris's inauguration that starts at 8 this morning. Be sure to stick with CBS and News 3 Now as we bring you full coverage all day.
6:41 right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at your first warn traffic maps. There could be some slick spots out there this morning after that snowfall yesterday, but we're not seeing any significant problems out of the roadways. Both the Dane and Rock counties moving along at posted speeds. Let's take a live look outside right now. Windy and warmer for your Wednesday. Those are the 2 words Hattie's going to be talking about coming up in her forecast.
And it's the last day for one of the state's top health officials. What the move means for the state's pandemic response plan later in the spring.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
Get more for your kitchen now at the Brothers Main Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale. We want you to absolutely love your new kitchen, so you'll get big savings on the latest incredible products from GE and our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. We want you to be 100% satisfied every time. That's why we're the More Store. The Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale with more selection, more savings, and more kitchen. Now at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
To most people, the idea of fighting is unpleasant. But sometimes to make things right, it's necessary to fight. Some things are worth fighting for. If you or your family has been injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side to make things right again. Since 1930, Habish, Habish & Rotier has recovered more million-dollar results for our clients than any other law firm in Wisconsin. Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo reminds you to be sure to ask about delivery options when shopping for new furniture. Because every store is different. Some stores have very specific restrictions, while others charge you an arm and a leg. At McGann's, we take pride in our skilled delivery team, and in most cases, delivery is free. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob. So you're ready to take on the elements with confidence. Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way.
On the next Live at 4, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company takes your plant and garden questions. And, of course, complete coverage and analysis of the inauguration of Joe Biden as the 46th President of the United States.
Trending now, 6:45. Most Wisconsinites enjoy getting out and doing some winter activities with the whole family, but it looks like Iowa is kind of showing us up this morning. Take a look at this giant snowman. A family in Ankeny, Iowa built a massive 15-foot tall snowman. The mom says it was her son's idea. He enlisted the help of his friends and an 8-foot ladder to get the job done, guys.
Wow, impressive. I don't think I have the time, the patience, or the kids needed to build such a piece of art. Chris, I'm thinking if you enlisted your whole army of a household, all 4 kids and the wife, you could maybe rival this masterpiece.
Maybe. I don't know. We need a heck of a lot of snow and some packy stuff at that. Look at that. It's so big it needs 2 carrots for the nose. That's fun.
Oh, yeah. Heck of a lot of snow. Not necessarily in the immediate forecast, Hattie.
No, and all the snow that we have on the ground kind of hard now after a couple of days. We picked up just a little bit yesterday, but take a look at the sky camera shot. Skies are clear in Platteville. So nice to be able to see a sunrise for once. There will be some high-level clouds streaming in through the day today. We're already seeing some of that activity on Weather Track, but no precipitation from these clouds. It is going to be a chilly day today. Strong southwest winds will keep a chill in the air. Wind chills will be in the teens this afternoon.
All right. Sprint is next.
But first, it is January 20th, my half birthday. I just realized that. We have to say happy birthday to Ella, Carrie Jo, and Winnie, and all the other kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us on News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful, one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture on the line, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Goldman Cars is having a huge winter sale. Don't miss out on 2018 Chevy Cruises starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2018 Chevy Cruze starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
Goldman Cars is family-owned and operated for over 50 years.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Looking to update your flooring? Surgenians has you covered. Our experienced salespeople will guide you through the area's largest flooring selection so you can make the best decision. And Surgenians' reliable craftsmen ensure your flooring's installed right. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Warm up and save big during Steinhaffel's winter sale. Save 35% store-wide, and with Steinhaffel's 60-month special financing, your new room has never been more affordable. Get great deals like a Beauty Rest Queen mattress starting at $3.99. This sofa now only $4.99. A queen bed $7.99. Or this dining set just $9.49. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses for every style and budget. So warm up and save at Steinhaffel's winter sale.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful 5G network that works without interruption in the places you wouldn't expect. And with every plan at U.S. Cellular, you get access to 5G at no additional charge. So no matter where you are, U.S. Cellular's network always keeps you connected in the places you need it most. At U.S. Cellular, all of our plans include 5G and get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
6:50, time for the morning sprint.
It is Inauguration Day, and President Trump will soon wake up in the White House for the last time. He'll be the first president in more than 150 years to skip out on his successor's inauguration. Instead, President Trump will have his own farewell send-off at Joint Base Andrews in just a few minutes at 7. He'll be moving to his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida.
With what we've seen in the last couple of weeks, we just don't want to take any chances.
Law enforcement agencies are taking extraordinary measures to make sure the day's events go smoothly and safely at the nation's capital and Wisconsin's. Interim Madison Police Chief Vic Wall says officers are busy preparing even though there's no specific threat to the Capitol. A live look at the building this morning. Not a lot happening, but you'll notice some extra security precautions at this hour around town, like blocked roads leading to the Capitol, no parking around the square, and extra officers patrolling the area. The National Guard tells News 3 Now they have not been asked by Capitol Police to help them today, though they were requested on Sunday when the FBI had warned of those threats.
The National Guard still hasn't said whether the 12 members who've been pulled from working the inauguration have any ties to Wisconsin. The FBI removed them yesterday after extra vetting found all have ties to right-wing militia groups or have posted extremist views online. 2 had made extremist statements in posts or texts about inauguration, though there have been no specific threats to President-elect Biden.
Breaking overnight, just hours before President-elect Biden takes office, President Trump issued 143 pardons and commutations. They range from former chief strategist Steve Bannon to rapper Lil Wayne. Bannon was accused of defrauding millions of dollars in fundraising campaign aimed at supporting President Trump's border wall. Lil Wayne pleaded guilty to illegal gun possession in December.
Incoming President Biden plans to issue more than a dozen executive orders within hours of becoming president. The orders will help fulfill several campaign promises. Some of those orders will address the pandemic, immigration, racial justice, the housing and student loan crisis, climate change, and transgender rights. He's going to also help to rejoin the World Health Organization and institute a 100-day mask mandate starting today.
Taylor, thank you. DHS Secretary-designee Andrea Palm is leaving Madison this morning to head to D.C. President-elect Biden has nominated her to a number 2 spot with the HHS. Karen Timberlake will serve as the DHS interim secretary. She'll officially join on Monday. Governor Evers has promised the state won't see a lag in its COVID response despite that change.
We're seeing a promising downward trend in the state's 7-day positivity rate. 25,000 people have active cases this morning. State and county dashboards added 1,500 of those cases yesterday.
100,000 more vaccines are on the way to Wisconsin. Nearly 800,000 doses have been allocated for the state to use. Wisconsin, though, still waiting on the federal government to send more than half of those.
Your parents and grandparents, if they're 65 and older, will be able to get their COVID vaccine as soon as Monday. The DHS made the announcement yesterday. All three major healthcare providers in the Madison area are doing things a little differently to get those shots out. There are a lot of questions about those specifics. We're answering those on our website. We have distribution information for UW Health, SSM, Meritor, and other providers up right now at channel3000.com. Look for the vaccine updates page.
New overnight after hours of public comment, Edgewood High School's appeal to install lights at its athletic field has been denied by Madison City Council. That decision coming down just before 1:30 this morning. People who want the lights say it would allow students to compete on their own campus instead of having to play on rented fields across the county. People against it worry about noise and light exposure. According to the State Journal, the Plan Commission denied Edgewood a conditional use permit to install light poles.
If you missed out on going to Lambeau last weekend, you have a second chance to go to the NFC Championship game. The team will sell tickets to season ticket holders who had opted in over the summer today. Eligible fans should have gotten an email with information from the team yesterday. Last week's tickets sold out quick in less than a half hour. The NFC Championship is scheduled for 2 o'clock on Sunday. It's on Fox.
Before you get in the car this morning, there's another recall you should know about. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration forcing Ford and Mazda to recall 3 million cars because of their Takata airbags. At least 18 people in the U.S. have been killed by the faulty airbags, which send shrapnel into the car or simply don't inflate at all. And there's a chance you could still be the winner of the Mega Millions jackpot. It's grown to $865 million. Nobody's claimed the winning prize yet. You're taking a look at the winning numbers right there on your screen. The Powerball jackpot will have its next drawing tonight. That one is at $730 million.
6:55, final look at traffic as you head out the door this morning. There could be some slick spots after that snow yesterday, so do keep that in mind. We're not seeing any major delays out there, just a couple of brake lights near the downtown area. That's your First Warn traffic.
And your First Warn weather forecast starts with temperatures in the single digits this morning, 7 here in Madison, but we're able to see the sunrise early today. Take a look at wind chill future track, single digits below 0 in spots early this morning. We'll see some improvement, but those winds are going to be increasing through the day, so it's going to be a chilly day. Wind chills through the afternoon just in the single digits to lower teens. Here's a look at your forecast then as you head out the door. Enjoy that sunshine early. I do expect clouds to return to the area as we head towards the afternoon. Temperatures will continue to climb through the day, topping in the 30s real late this evening, so our high will be very late in the day. Bundle up, though, to account for that wind chill factor today. Our extended forecast has colder temperatures arriving on Friday and sticking around through Saturday. Then a potential storm system for the second part of the weekend may bring some accumulating snow back to southern Wisconsin.
Thank you very much, Hattie. We're going to keep an eye on the state capitol and the nation's capital on this Inauguration Day. Stay right here for that complete coverage.